Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Mega Man 5! Ah, thank God for the old standby franchises. Who doesn't love Mega Man? One of gaming's most recognizable mascots has had hit games on all sorts of systems, including numerous games for the Game Boy. There were slight deviations from the series in the Game Boy games. Robot Masters would often be mixes from two different NES games, and special characters appeared in the Game Boy games, such as Punk and Quint. You know, those memorable characters. I actually have a pretty heavy investment in the Mega Man Game Boy games. Mega Man 2 remains one of my favorite Game Boy games ever made. I even still have my original copy of the game from when I was a kid. And the fact is, a Capcom game in the Mega Man series for the Game Boy? I'll admit, I have high hopes for this one. The cover is about as Mega Man as you can get. Wait, is Mega Man shooting his fist out? Who is this cat? I don't recognize this Robot Master. Are we on the moon? What's going on here? Alright, Mega Man, I trust you to deliver here, so let's see what your 5th Game Boy installment has for us. Licensed by Nintendo. Well, it's Mega Man-ish. In the year 20XX AD, the world is at peace thanks to Mega Man. Okay. I don't have time for this. Let's play Mega Man V. It's very specifically V and not 5. Like, seriously, when you look up this game, it's listed as V and not 5, whatever. Game start. Oh, hey, Dr. Light. Mega Man. Our world is once again in chaos. The alien robots call themselves Star Droids. What? Most of our major what? Are we not fighting Robot Masters? Material which render our weapons useless? Oh. A new weapon to replace the Mega Buster? Hang on. Charge energy in your fist. Looks like the same thing as always. Just calling it something. Hi? Create a new assist. Oh, hi. His name is Tango. Well, he's adorable. Goodbye, Tango. Anyway, bye. I had to teleport a couple feet to the right of where I was. Are these Robot Masters? You look interesting. Tank Mars? This is totally breaking from standard Mega Man. But this isn't. So I guess they aren't Robot Masters, they're weird alien robot things. Well, it's Mega Man, alright. Like I said, I played a lot of Mega Man 2 for Game Boy. And this just looks like, you know... Wow, palette swap. Well, no, not palette swap. This just looks like, you know... What's... Oh, Tango. Whoa. Nice. It's very much just the same style of Mega Man game, you know, new levels, new story, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, Mega Man games on Game Boy are often, you know, there were, I believe, I want to say there were 5 of them. They might have even gotten up to 6. They're always safe bets, I'd say. Quality games. The Mega Man 2 was actually very interesting, well, in that it actually had, like, a... explosion. It actually had a jackhammer power-up, which was kind of bizarre. Oh, all the way at the beginning. I do kind of like that they're switching things up, though. I'm not fighting a Robot Master, I'm just fighting Mars. Just the general concept of Mars. This one is going a totally different direction. Whoa! Platforming challenges. I want to at least play far enough to see the... Hi. We got us one of those mini-bosses I've heard so much about. Uh-oh, 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 oh yeah. Boy, I wish I had a Tango coil or whatever. Whoa! Oh, that's crap. That is such crap video game. You know, I mean, even just look at something like this. Like, I know this doesn't seem like much, but for Game Boy, you know, this actually looks very nice. Just a couple frames, but sometimes it's the little things, you know? That is tempting. God damn it. Dang it. Don't make me start over. Oh, God. Hang on, we'll be right back. Okay. We are back. I'm determined to show you guys this boss. Also, the only problem with this game is that they're trying to do so much. Look at the slowdown. Oh, God. Then again, it is still pretty good. Oh, you again? I just want to see the boss. Ooh, there's one of those big peas I've heard so much about. Don't you dare. Aha! And, of course, by rule of Mega Man, you have to jump when going through the doors. So you can do this pose in midair. Everyone knows that. Hello, Mars. Let us fight, you and I. Whoa! He seems angry. He seems really angry. Part of the joy of the Mega Man games is that you have to fight these guys multiple times to learn their patterns. And... fire. Oh, okay, so I can just shoot through those smaller things, I'm now realizing. These. Whoops. Oh God, missiles everywhere! No! And thus, Mega Man lost in his quest to fight the Star Destroyers, or whatever they are. He was never heard from again. Yeah, that went about as well as I expected. Thanks, Capcom. It was Mega Man. Really, I feel like that's as far as this part of the review needs to go. Mega Man has always been a great mix of platforming and shooting, high challenge but incredibly rewarding results, and in general, the game can show up on any console with the same mechanics and make them work. And that's exactly what we got here. Mega Man was one of those franchises that hammered down what the game should be pretty early on, and it didn't mess with the formula much. That said, the changes to the formula here were quite well done. Besides the story changes, I liked that the Mega Buster had a boomerang-like quality to it, and Tango was a cool little addition and extra weapon. So yeah, it's hardly a surprise, but Mega Man 5 is gonna get my recommendation here. And really, all I need to say about it is that it's more Mega Man. Sometimes, that's all you need. Also, I'm going to go ahead and recommend Mega Man 2 again. I forget if I mentioned if I liked that one. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Tune in again as we continue digging through the Game Boy Vault. I'm Brian J, and I will see you next time.